Hey, you're still awake. I can see the blue glow from the terminal reflecting in your eyes. It's okay. Stay right there. Don't move. You don't have to go anywhere tonight. The city outside, it doesn't sleep, but we can pretend it does. Just for a little while. Just long enough for the static in our heads to settle down into something quiet. I've been walking for hours. Down here, beneath the upper levels, you lose track of what time it is. The sky up there is just a massive grid of advertising billboards anyway, flashing artificial sunlight and corporate promises down onto the skyscrapers. But down here, in the undergrid, the only clocks are the cooling fans, spinning round and round, counting down the cycles of the power grid. It's funny how you get used to the smell of ozone and damp copper. After a while, fresh air would probably just taste wrong. It would taste too empty. I keep thinking about what Vex said before the extraction, before she took that piece of my history and locked it inside a glass drive. She told me that curiosity is a slow-acting poison. I think she was right. But the thing about poison in a city like this is everyone is drinking something. Some people drown themselves in digital euphoria, plugging their neural ports directly into simulation loops just to remember what a real sunrise feels like. Others upgrade their optics until they can see the infrared heat signatures of the rats in the walls, but they can't see the person sitting right across the table from them. We're all just trying to filter out the rot, aren't we? Trying to find one clean, uncorrupted file in a system that's completely compromised. My natural eyes, they're burning tonight. Everyone tells me to get them swapped out. Get the cybernetic lenses, they say. You'll see the world in high definition. No more glare. No more strain. But I look at the people who did it. I look at Vex. When she looks at you, those custom iris rings spin and click, calculating your heart rate, analyzing your micro expressions, breaking you down into a spreadsheet of biological data. I don't want to see people as spreadsheets. I like the blur. I like the fact that when I look at a neon sign through a rainy windshield, the colors bleed together into a soft, messy smudge. The upgrades, they strip away the mystery. And out here in the dark, mystery is the only beautiful thing we have left. I looked down at my hands earlier while I was sitting on a rusted crate near Sector 4. They were shaking. Not because I was cold. The humidity down here clings to your skin like a wet wool blanket, but because my chest felt so light. It's a terrifying sensation, losing a memory. You don't realize how much space a bad memory takes up until it's gone. It's like pulling a heavy brick out from the foundation of a house. The house is lighter, sure, but you start wondering if the whole structure is going to collapse because that one painful piece is missing. I can't remember the director's face anymore. I know he was there, in the vault. I know he was terrified, but his features, they've been smoothed over, digitized, turned into a blank avatar. I traded my ghost for a map to Sector 4. I just hope the destination is worth the vacancy I feel inside right now. Let your eyes close if they're getting heavy. You've been staring at data streams all day. The neural load, it builds up, tiny fragments of code, notifications, alerts, flickering lights. They get trapped in the synapses. You need to let the system flush it all out. Just let your thoughts drift. Imagine the rain outside as a giant eraser, slowly wiping away the code, clearing the cache, leaving nothing but a smooth, dark screen. I found an old relic today in a dumpster behind a cyber clinic. It was an ancient audio cassette tape. The plastic casing was cracked, and the magnetic ribbon inside was tangled up like a nest of black thread. I spent an hour sitting under a flickering violet lamp, using a tiny screwdriver to wind the tape back into the spool. I didn't even have a machine to play it on. I couldn't listen to whatever music or voice was recorded on it, but just holding it, knowing that someone's voice was physically trapped on that magnetic dust, it felt incredible. Today, everything we say is broadcast into the cloud, split into a billion packets of data, stored on server farms at the edge of the dark zone. It belongs to everyone and no one. But that little plastic cassette, that was a secret. If you broke the tape, the secret was gone forever. There's something comforting about things that can be destroyed. It means they actually existed. It means they were fragile. You look so peaceful when you finally stop analyzing everything. That's it. Just let the tension drain out of your jaw. Let your fingers uncurl from the controller. You don't have to monitor the perimeter tonight. The automated turrets are on standby. The firewalls are holding. The world outside can grind itself to pieces, but inside this little room, the perimeter is secure. I wonder what the world looked like before the concrete grew over the dirt. My grandfather used to tell stories about a place where you could walk for miles and see nothing but green. No wires hanging overhead, no synthetic smog blocking out the stars, just soil and trees. He said that if you stood perfectly still in the middle of a forest, you could hear the earth breathing. I used to think he was losing his mind, experiencing some kind of neural degeneration. But now, standing on these metal grates day after day, hearing the constant whine of the turbines, I think I understand what he meant. He wasn't crazy. He was just lonely for the quiet. We're all just a little lonely for the quiet, aren't we? And that's why we come down here. Why we seek out the dark corners where the network signal drops to 0 bars. It's the only place where our thoughts belong entirely to us. Tomorrow, I have to go to the server farm at the edge of the dark zone. I have to find out what's inside the Onyx core. But that's tomorrow. The servers can hum without me for a few more hours. The data packages can wait in the queue. Right now, the only directive that matters is sleep. Let the rhythm of the synthetic rain take over. Listen to the steady, mechanical heartbeat of the lower levels. It's slow. It's constant. It's safe. Close your eyes. Let the neon colors fade into black. The system is shutting down. The download is complete. disconnect the feed.